Hey, welcome back everyone. Today we're talking about what may be the most powerful and efficient way to reprogram your subconscious mind and completely shift your reality. But before we get started, if you're enjoying this content, please be sure to give this video a thumbs up and subscribe. If you're new, it really helps my channel out. And if you want to work through this process of transformation along with me, I'll put my information down in the description below along with some other great free resources. So, let's jump into it. Now, a couple weeks ago, I was going back through all the books on my bookshelf, and I was drawn to this one book in particular. It's one that my mom gave me years back, and I had kind of forgotten about it after I read it. It's called Feeling is the Secret by a man named Neville Godard. It's a very thin book, as you could see, but it's very heavy in terms of information and value. And every time you read it, you get something different out of it because you're a new person. And so the teachings of Neville Goddard have become very prominent in this space in recent years, and the basic premise that he presents is this: that you can have or accomplish anything you desire in life if you understand how consciousness works. The outer world, Goddard says, is nothing more than your consciousness objectified. And this is what he means, is that we are powerful beings who are here in this physical world to create our own experience through our thoughts, through our feelings, through our actions, and we are highly malleable. We have a high capacity to transform ourselves. And so what we perceive outside of us is the reflection of what we believe to be true inside of us. We see what we are. And this is an important point, that we get what we are, not what we want. To want something and be in that sort of needy energy is essentially to make the statement that I don't have it. So if we're coming from a place of wanting, what we'll see is more wanting or more lack. So if we want to experience the fulfillment of some desire, some dream, some future that we want, we must first become that thing. We must live and feel as if that wish were already fulfilled here and now. And this is how Goddard explains it, is he says, most people are really only accessing a small fraction of their potential because we're so programmed to live from our conscious mind. The conscious mind, of course, is made up of our waking thoughts. It's the part of our brain that interacts with our everyday world. So to our conscious mind, we perceive things outside of us, and those outer events are usually what cause us to react in a certain way, resulting in certain thoughts and feelings. But what Goddard says is no, it's actually the opposite. The actions and the events of the day, he says, are effects. They are not causes. The cause is our own subconscious mind. Now, the subconscious mind is this higher aspect of our consciousness that, usually unbeknownst to the conscious mind, is generating our experience. It's generating this virtual reality that we perceive as our external world. So the outer world, down to the last detail, says Goddard, is our subconscious mind objectified. Now, so many of us have been programmed into these countless beliefs of lack and limitation and unworthiness. And so if we want to change our subconscious beliefs and change our reality, we must then pass information from the conscious mind into the subconscious mind. And the only way that new information can pass from the conscious to the subconscious is through feeling. In other words, the subconscious mind just creates what it feels to be true at the deepest level. It's very objective, it's very impersonal, and so it really has no consideration of what we want to be true. It just creates the reality that reflects what we already feel is true. And so this, my friends, is why the book is called Feeling is the Secret. And there are two ways that Goddard describes of accessing the subconscious mind in this extra potent way. One of them is prayer, and prayer is nothing more than a statement of what is. This is why in every religious and spiritual tradition that we're told we must ask for the thing with a full knowing that we have already received it. So this could be a whole nother video, but the one I really want to focus on today is sleep. Goddard says that during sleep, the subconscious mind runs the show. This is when our subconscious is being programmed. And so what we think and what we feel in the moments leading up to sleep is what determines what is going to be imprinted into the subconscious over the next 7 or 8 hours while we sleep. And the state of being that's imprinted into the subconscious during sleep then determines what reality shows up and is reflected back to us the next day when we wake up. And this is why the events of our life, he says, are effects, not causes. And so I actually want to read you a short passage in Goddard's words because it's so powerful. He says, if, as you prepare for sleep, you do not consciously feel yourself into the state of the answered wish, then you will take with you into the chamber of her who conceived you the sum total of the reactions and feelings of the waking day. And while asleep, you will be instructed in the manner in which they will be expressed tomorrow. You will rise believing that you are a free agent, not realizing that every action and event of the day is predetermined by your concept of self as you fell asleep. You are free to choose how you feel and react to the day's drama, but the drama, the actions, the events, and the circumstances of the day have already been determined. Unless you consciously and purposely define the attitude of mind with which you go to sleep, you unconsciously go to sleep in the composite attitude of mind made up of all the feelings and reactions of that day. Every reaction makes a subconscious impression and, unless counteracted by an opposite and more dominant feeling, is the cause of all future action. And so you could see what a powerful portal we're entering right before we doze off to sleep. And I'm going to admit, I had forgotten all this stuff. I've gotten lazy and complacent, and I would doze off to sleep thinking about all my problems and all my lack from the day before. And sure enough, the next morning when I woke up, all those problems would come rushing right back to me. And so after I reread this book and gained new insights from it, I've really committed to being better, to be better about this. And I've noticed that when I'm good about doing this, I really do notice this huge shift in the way I feel the next morning when I wake up. I feel much more empowered to take on the day. And sometimes I'll even wake up with this new creative solution to a problem I've been mulling over for a while. Last night in particular, I went to bed choosing to feel the emotion of freedom. Freedom is a core value of mine. I want to create a life of true freedom and help others do the same. But lately I just hadn't really been feeling it. I'd been feeling kind of constricted, stuck, frustrated with life. So I chose to feel the emotion of freedom before I went to bed because that's the reality I want to create. And I ended up having this extra vivid dream where I was implicated in this terrorist attack where this train of people got blown up, and I knew that I was guilty and I was trying to hide that guilt, and I ended up getting arrested in front of all of my friends and family. It was humiliating. I was ashamed, and I was whisked away to jail where I knew that I would be stripped of my freedom and spend the rest of my life in a jail cell. And I woke up at that moment in a panic and in kind of a sweat. But as soon as I woke up, I felt like I had won the lottery because after that dream, I realized how free I truly am in this life. And interestingly, that dream, it showed me all the areas of myself and my life where I've been kind of robbing myself of the experience of freedom. All these feelings of unworthiness, feeling like I'm flawed or bad, or that there's something wrong with me, that I need to hide myself from other people, feeling that I have to please others or live up to other people's expectations. All these things were illuminated. They came to light because I went to sleep and I programmed my subconscious to a new state of being with the intention of feeling freedom. So if you haven't heard of this technique before, give it a try and drop a comment below, letting me know what your experience is with it. If you see some shifts in your life, for a lot of people I know it could be hard to maintain a very dedicated meditation practice, especially if you're new to all this stuff. Or maybe you're like me, where you sit down and meditate in the morning, and as soon as you return to your waking life, you find yourself right back in all these old patterns. But this technique is really as easy as it gets. All you need to do is feel your wish and your desire already fulfilled before you go off to sleep. It can be as simple as 2 to 3 minutes, and you'll be reprogramming your subconscious mind to see and perceive a completely new reality tomorrow when you wake up. I think so many times that we can make a lot of this stuff way more complex than it really needs to be. And when really all it takes is a simple commitment, a simple decision to change. A change of feeling is a change of destiny, Godard said. And all it takes is one moment. And in fact, it's really not about striving or becoming anything new. It's about peeling back the old layers, the old beliefs, the traumas, the wounds, to remember who you've always been. Godard says that you are already that which you wish to be, and your refusal to believe it is the only reason that you do not yet see it. And meaning that you're already whole, you're already complete, you're already unconditional love and light. You're just having this dream that you are not. And when you come back to the realization of what and who you've always been, you'll start to experience true miracles and your true magnificence in life. So let me know your thoughts. Let me know what kind of content you'd like to see in the future. I really hope this can help you out and make a difference in your life. Thanks so much for joining me, and I will see you next time.